Good evening and welcome to another episode of Music Talk Thursday. I hope that you guys have been having a fantastic week so far. It's been a little crazy over here, but that's the norm over on this side. Oh, how about I set my sound up a little better? Sorry. Click. And there we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, so I forgot to plug that in really quick and turn the volume down because I don't really need to hear me because that's just going to throw me off and that's going to throw everything off. Anyway, so let's see. We're having another fun hair day, huh? So let's see. So Monday we had 4 songs for you again. Everything seems to go good. I haven't heard that we had any blockages in terms of people not being able to see the show like we had last Monday, in which the show was blocked in the US. So sorry again for all of you guys here. But again, it's still summer, still time to take some vacation so you can go watch the show overseas. Updates for my preamp cable. I'm still waiting to hear back. I don't know. They're taking a while to get back to me on the whole special order of a cable thing. So I'm not sure if that order actually got placed. I've called a couple of times, so I'm just gonna have to call again and again and again. Probably be better if I just go down there, but it's a little bit busy, so that's kind of difficult, especially this week because there's a lot going on and I'm not going to be able to do that coming up shortly. So the next show on Monday is going to be pre-recorded for you guys, so there'll still be music on Monday, but it won't be live, so I'll go ahead and pre-record that and have that posted for you at the usual time, 7:30. But the Thursday show will still be live. So don't forget to tune in, and no pressure to come watch me at exactly 7:30 on Monday because it'll pop up and be available at 7:30, but as always, everything's archived so you can watch everything over and over again if I don't annoy you too much with that. So there's the preamp issue, and I think also the sound should probably be better if because we have a cat that wants to say hello to everybody. Hi. She's trying to climb. Anyway, so sound I'm thinking might be better on the pre-recorded on Monday, like the previous show that I had to pre-record, where it was recorded on my phone with the tracks coming off the computer. So we'll see again, maybe it was a fluke, maybe that's just how it works better, but we'll get to test out that theory again. So if you have any requests for the show next week, again, it will be recorded same style live, it's just I won't be getting the feedback from you guys while I'm singing. So, but other than that, everything's going to be filmed start to finish with no editing, no breaks. You get me just raw and uncut. All right. So update regarding the show. I told you guys that I had a show that was coming up. That was yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I was doing backing vocals, and I got to perform on Sunset in West Hollywood, which was absolutely fun for me. For me, that's kind of like a, oh my goodness, I've hit the big time, right? Because who doesn't want to perform on the Sunset Strip? But it was a lot of fun. Setup was relatively simple. There was not a lot of space. We had an extra person on with us, so we had 4 people squeezed in to a place where you could comfortably fit like 1, maybe 2 people. So that was definitely interesting. We took up that whole stage area, and it was a step up, so it wasn't a super tall stage, but at least it wasn't on floor level like the ones I've done previously. So literally a step up and on Sunset. So that was pretty cool. We were told by multiple people that the sound was not very good, so people could not hear us very well. But I guess that's good, because if I messed up, nobody heard it, right? Anyway, but it was definitely a lot of fun. It was good getting that practice of being in front of people again, because I didn't know till after that they couldn't hear us. So for me, I was doing it, as I would normally. And again, there were a couple new songs that I had not done before, and I had less than a week to pick up on them and get them. So I'm pretty happy with myself that I'm getting to be able to do that. But it's kind of nerve-wracking, like, oh man, I gotta do it perfect every time. But it's a learning process and it's fun, and it only gets better. So music news. So I know there's a lot of Taylor Swift fans out there. I did not used to be a fan, not because I didn't like her music, but because everybody else liked it so much. And I was like, I don't see what's the big deal. And then after I saw what she does for her fans, I was absolutely just amazed. And I just think she's, from the little I know about her that's put out there by the media, I think it's absolutely fantastic. She really gives back to her fans, which, you know, if I ever get that big, definitely is something that I would definitely plan on doing, is giving back, because, you know, people that make it big don't make it big without the fans. You know, people don't get popular without people wanting to see them, because then they're not popular, they're just there. So always thank you guys for support. I really appreciate it. I know that you guys are the ones that are here from the start, you know, and I won't forget the little people. But anyway, there was some news about her recently, about a sexual assault case, which I'm not going to get into because there's lots of politics in that. However, that being said, she had a blackout on her website, I think a couple days after I read about that, the court case there and things that were said. Her webpage, if you would go to her webpage, it was completely black. And her Instagram account had been swiped, like all her social media, like she disappeared. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And I had never been to her website, but of course I had to go to her website and see. I was like, are people just saying this to get others to go to the website just to see if it is or not? And it definitely was. There was nothing but black on the screen. I checked it again. There's nothing there, but her Instagram page does have some stuff up there. Apparently, after a couple of days of silence, turns out that she's got a new album coming out in November, and she's got a new single that's supposed to be released today. Now, interesting timing with that, there is another song that is breaking records all over the place, in two places that I was able to see anyway. And that was a song called Despacito, which has, it said Daddy Yankee and, oh, I'm bad. I know it was featuring Justin Bieber and Luis Fonsi, something like that. I'm really bad. I need to get better about names and music, as was reminded to me yesterday. But that song is going now, I think we're at week 15 at the #1 spot in the Hot 100, which is, you know, it's a long time for a song to do it. The only song that it's got left to beat out right now is One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men, which was one of my favorites to sing. But again, it's a duet, so it's kind of hard for me to sing that one by myself. And some of the stuff gets really like low. And as we know, me and low don't go really well. Sorry, weird sounds out there. Crazy cats. So, yeah, so it might, I think this week it ties. If it finishes out this week, I believe, it's going to tie the record for One Sweet Day. But if it passes this week and then next week, so it's going to beat it. But what a lot of people are saying is, oh, is Taylor Swift's song going to knock them out of #1? So that way it won't beat Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men's song. So there's all sorts of craziness going on with the people that follow, you know, the top 10, top 100, top 5 million songs of all time and all that fun stuff. But also the song Macarena, which I'm sure a bunch of you remember if you were around in the mid-90s. You probably hear it at weddings and stuff, anywhere pretty much where they like to do the line dancing, like the chicken dance and all that other stuff. But the Macarena was the only song, or it was the song that had the record for the longest at #1 being a non-English song in the US. And so Despacito kicked that one out. It beat out the Macarena. So Macarena, I'm sorry. It's very dancey, one of those songs that gets stuck in your head, like, oh my God. You guys are probably gonna have that in your head. I won't hum it for you just in case it's not stuck there yet, but it's already up in here. So I thought that was really interesting. And then couple things I found some interesting things. Some of those, you know, stay in history. One of the things that popped up in my feed was that on this day in 1975, yes, Queen, the band Queen, started recording Bohemian Rhapsody, which is by far my favorite Queen song. It's very long and extremely variable, which is why it's a lot of fun to sing. Of course, it's easier with at least two people because there's some of those, call and answer type sections in there. So it is so much fun to sing and I really enjoy it. But that process apparently took 3 weeks. Freddie Mercury at the helm. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And then I was going to make another comment about my bass player that I had from Virginia. I know I bring up my Lab 154 guys a lot. If you guys are watching, hey, thanks again for everything. I was speaking with my bass player. We talk every couple of weeks or so, and it's just really nice to be able to talk to somebody that you've been able to have such a strong musical connection with, because you've seen other bands fall apart for different reasons and some people just don't click. But when Mike and I, my bass player, we would get together and work on songs, it wouldn't be, I was in no means the creative genius in that pair, but he would come up with his bass lines and his lyrics, and he would play the bass line for me and the chorus one time, and then he would start playing from the beginning. He would sing the first two lines of the verse how he had it in his head, and I would just take over from there and I would sing all the way into the chorus. And it was just really amazing to be able to have somebody to do that with. So for those of you musicians out there, I hope that at least at some point in your musical career, I can talk, some point in your musical career, you've been able to have that with somebody if you're working as a group musically. Or if not, that's something that you definitely want to look for, because if you guys make music that well together, you can work a lot more efficiently, much more smoothly, and get a lot more stuff going a lot more quickly. So yeah, that was fun. So thanks, Mike. I only bring that up because I had that conversation with somebody yesterday at the venue where we were performing. We were talking about working with other bands and things like that, because one of the instrumentalist that was playing with us yesterday actually does percussion for a variety of different bands, and that's even within a weekend. He said any given weekend he could have 90 songs floating around in his head, and for me that's just absolutely insane. I mean, I guess it's percussion, so I'm not, by no means am I downgrading drummers, because I think they're absolutely amazing and I've worked with some great drummers, but as long as you kind of have the rhythm of the song, if you're really good at what you do, you can kind of pick up with whatever it is. And if you're not playing with that band regularly, you just have to keep the general beat of the song, and you can add in your fills and all that as well. So you do have to have an idea of what's going on, but it's, kind of easy as a good musician to fudge it. Just like when you're a vocalist and you forget the words, you shouldn't be like, just stop. You make up other words. Or I've had a friend that sings frequently in another language that has told me she was singing. My friend, shall remain nameless because she knows who she is. Anyway, if she's watching. And she was singing in French to an audience, and she said that she completely blanked on the word. So and since it was mostly an English-speaking audience, nobody would really know that she messed up the words anyway. And she basically sung the lyrics. I forgot the lyrics, so I'm just going to keep saying some more words in French until I remember where I was, or something to that effect. So, and for our sound check last night, you stand there, you're like, check, 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 1, 2, check. And I feel really awkward doing that, but when my main vocalist, when she was doing that, she made a whole song and it was great, and people were listening to it, and she was just playing her guitar and like, this is a sound check. Like, I can't even do what she did because I'm really not good at making stuff up on the spot, unless it's making up some extremely weird lyrics to a song that I know really well already. So I can sing weird lyrics, the Weird Al thing, but just on a way lower level. So yeah, that was fun. And I was looking at some shows this weekend, so I'll go over there. Hey Cecily, how are you doing? Rewriting a new song, that is awesome. I can't wait to hear it when you get that going. Just a few shows this weekend locally for you guys, in case you're interested. Got the Gypsy Kings playing at the Hollywood Bowl tomorrow night. Marty Friedman, who is the guitar player from Megadeth, is going to be playing at the Whiskey with a few other people as well. And then on Sunday, said Marty Friedman on Saturday, right? And then on Sunday, Pat Benatar with another musician I'm not familiar with, and Toto are playing at the Greek. So fun-filled weekend, couple of open air venues. When I saw Marty Friedman, I was like, wow, guitars, and then I was thinking G3. Any of you guys heard of G3? G3 is basically, it's three guitar players, which in my opinion anyway, lots of people's opinions apparently, three of some of the best guitar players in the world. And these include Paul Gilbert, who was the lead guitar player in Racer X, which I don't think ever really made it mainstream, but he was also in Mr. Big, which I did not know, so I'm interested. So I'm going to have to go back and listen to some more of their songs now, but he's absolutely amazing. We also have John Petrucci, which is, he's from another band called Dream Theater, which their music is absolutely just out of this world amazing. It's fascinating because it's like more metally people listen to it, but it's like laid back. I don't really even know what genre to call it, but their music is just intricate. Intricate is probably the best word I can think for. It's not, I'm not going to call it epic on the style of Nightwish. I'm not going to go there, but the intricacies are just very interesting for those who really like to sit and analyze music, which I'm not big on that, and I should be better at that, but there's so many layers, and it's really fascinating. And then Joe Satriani, which is the other one. And I've really only known Joe Satriani's music playing from his solo stuff, but he was in Deep Purple, along with a couple of other bands. I think Chickenfoot and some other band I haven't heard of. But yeah, when I heard Marty Friedman, I was like, oh man, it'd be really nice to go. I did actually have the opportunity to go to G3, and I think sometimes they have a fourth guitar player on there as well. And it's just absolutely fascinating to watch these things. And Paul Gilbert with Racer X, he's a lot of fun to watch. The Racer X show, I got to see them, their first show back, after not having played in, I think, 20 years. And I think they only played the one show, and it was in 2001, maybe in 2001 at the Whiskey. And it was just so much fun. It was a fantastic show. And no, don't get it confused with Static X, it's Racer X. They were just awesome. But yeah, that's about all I got for you today. Hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. If you go to any shows, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm up to 15 subscribers, so we're in the double digits and still going. Can't believe we're already in episode 11 weeks of this show. You guys are still with me. Thanks. Appreciate it. So yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and come on back, check me out. Mondays are music, Thursdays music chat, and both Mondays and Thursdays 7:30 p.m. Pacific and 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great night. Thanks.